Boss of Me, written and produced by Ken Brown. Copyright by Writers Inc. Publishing.
The best teachers are those who show you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. Alexandra K. Trinfer.
Time to wake up, Joey, before you're late for school.
Mom said. Joey dragged himself out of bed. He got dressed and made it to his 4th grade classroom just in time. The teacher began a roll call.
Amanda?
Present.
Jessica?
Present.
Tim?
Present.
Joey?
Present.
The teacher, Mrs. Brown, called everyone's name, and the students replied present if they were in class. They were marked absent if they were not in class.
Today, class, we would discuss careers.
Mrs. Brown said.
A career is the profession or job you choose to pursue. I will go around the class now and ask everyone what they would like to be when they grow up.
She explained.
If you're not sure yet, that is fine. You still have plenty of time to think about it.
Mrs. Brown began calling on students to stand and tell the class their future career. Jessica told the class that she wants to be a nurse so she can help people when they feel sick. Tim said he wants to be a construction worker so he can build houses. Aaron told them he wants to be an astronaut so he can go to outer space.
3, 2, 1.
When the teacher called on Joey, he could not think of anything.
I do not know what I want to be, Miss Brown.
Joey replied. Mrs. Brown comforted Joey by telling him,
It's okay, Joey. You have some time to think about it.
Then she said,
Next Friday is Career Day. Each of you will be required to bring in a presentation about your future career.
As the students ended their day playing kickball outside during recess, they began discussing their parents' careers. Sarah said her mom was a veterinarian, a doctor for animals. Kobe said his dad wears a uniform every day because he's a firefighter. Joey thought to himself,
My dad wears a business suit every day, but I do not know what he does.
Later that day, Joey sat, looking out the window, waiting for his dad to arrive home. He could not wait to find out what his dad did for a career. His dad, Bill, walked into the house. He set down his briefcase, loosened his necktie, and said out loud,
Something smells good.
As he walked towards the kitchen. Joey bolted down the stairs and crashed into his father's legs.
Whoa, buddy, I missed you too.
Dad said in a surprised way.
Dad, I wanted to know.
Joey was suddenly interrupted by Mom's voice.
Dinner is ready.
Let's not keep Mom waiting. We will talk at the table.
Dad said, as they sat down and began to eat. Dad said,
Joey, what's on your mind, son?
I have an assignment in school. We are supposed to pick a career, and I wanted to know what you do for a career.
Interesting.
Dad said.
I'm an entrepreneur. I am my own boss. I own my business and I make all the important decisions. I hire people to work for me to help my business run well, even when I'm not there.
An entrepreneur is someone who creates their own career to pursue.
Wow.
Joey said.
I would like to be the boss of me.
Great.
Dad said.
The good thing about being an entrepreneur is you can start right now.
Joey interrupted.
But what would I do?
Dad replied.
Just open your eyes and ears and then your mind. See, son, the key to being a great entrepreneur is to bring solutions to the problems people have. When people have a need, There will always be an entrepreneur there to supply it. This is called supply and demand.
Demand means that there is a need for something, and supply brings solutions to a demand.
When you notice a problem, think of something that would solve the problem. And if your idea can help many people, you just may be at the start of becoming the boss of you.
Dad said. That night, Joey had a dream. He was a boss like his dad in his dream. He wore a business suit. He made all the rules, and he was very successful. Suddenly, his dream was cut short by the sound of Mom's voice.
Joey, time to wake up before you are late for school.
Joey dragged himself out of bed, got dressed, and made it to class just in time. Joey took his dad's advice. Today, he would open his eyes, ears, and mind, and if he saw or heard a problem, he would come up with a solution. Then, he would start a business to help many people who have that problem. Today was Friday, and the class had just ended their day with a great game of kickball. The sun was really hot, and everyone was very thirsty. Joey looked at everyone's sweaty faces, and he had an idea. He saw an opportunity to provide cold drinks to thirsty kids on a hot sunny day. He decided that this weekend, he would put his idea to the test at the park in his neighborhood. Joey sat by the window, waiting for his dad to arrive home. He could not wait to tell his dad his weekend plans. As soon as Joey heard the front door close, he raced down the stairs and crashed into his dad's legs.
Slow down, Tiger.
Dad replied.
I have an idea, Dad. I would like to provide cold drinks to thirsty kids at the park,
Said Joey.
Sounds like a great idea, son.
Dad said.
Since this is your first business, there are a few things you need to know after coming up with an idea.
After dinner, Dad and Joey made a list that read as follows. Business name, types of drinks to sell, cost to make drinks, profit margin, local competition, employees, inventory, advertising, and net profit. These are the things that make up a business plan.
So, Joey, have you thought about the type of drink you will sell?
Dad inquired.
lemonade.
Joey replied.
And your company name?
Dad asked.
Joey's Super Duper Lemonade.
Joey said proudly.
Now, your inventory must be stocked with lemons, sugar, and good old H2O.
Dad noted.
But what's H2O?
Joey asked.
It is water.
Dad said. Dad and Joey gathered their inventory from the kitchen. Dad had a lemon tree in the backyard, so they had plenty of lemons, and it did not cost a thing. Water was also free. Mom provided a big bag of sugar, which cost $2, and the cups cost $1. Dad told Joey his business startup costs were $3, which was the cost of the sugar and cups added together.
If your business makes $3, it is called breaking even. You did not make anything, profit, or lose anything. You are simply right where you started. But if your business makes more than $3, it is called your net profit.
Dad continued.
For example, if the business makes $10, you have to subtract $3 to find your net profit of $7. The lower the startup costs, the greater your profit margin could be.
Next, Joey and Dad discussed the price each cup would sell for. They would sell small cups for 25 cents and large cups for 50 cents. There was no one else selling lemonade at the park, so there was no competition.
Now we must advertise.
Dad said.
How will everyone know about your lemonade business if we don't spread the word?
He said as he began to pull his laptop out of his briefcase.
We need to make flyers and yard signs to post around the neighborhood for advertisement.
Dad said he would also post the flyers to his social media. Joey's friend and next-door neighbor, Tim, told him he would help in exchange for a slice of Joey's mom's spectacular chocolate cake.
Deal.
They quickly finished their cake, took a stack of flyers each, and passed them out door to door. The next day, Joey hopped out of bed bright and early, knowing that today was the big day. Joey's super duper lemonade stand would be up and running, and he was excited to get started. Dad helped Joey set up at the park, reading off the inventory checklist.
Water,
Check.
Said Joey.
sugar,
Check.
Said Joey.
lemons,
Check.
Said Joey.
and last but not least, cups.
Check.
Said Joey.
Well, looks like we are open for business.
Dad announced. Joey waited. No customers. And he waited. No customers. And still he waited. And still no customers. Joey thought to himself.
Maybe this was not such a good idea after all.
Just before Joey began to pack everything up and go home, he got his first customer. It was a familiar voice.
May I have one large cup, Joey?
It was Jessica from Miss Brown's class.
Sure,
Joey replied.
that will be 50 cents.
Jessica took a sip.
Wow, great lemonade, Joey.
Said Jessica.
It's super duper.
Joey shouted, and they both laughed. Suddenly, more and more people began coming up to the stand to try some of the super duper lemonade that they had heard about. A big crowd grew, and Joey could not keep up. He needed help from employees. So Joey hired his dad and his neighbor Tim to lend a hand in exchange for some of the profits. The lemonade business was a success and did very well on Sunday also. Dad spoke to Joey at his bedside.
Joey, I want you to know that I am very proud of you. You came up with a great idea, and everyone loved it. Starting a business and being your own boss is risky, but very rewarding as well. You can go as far as your creativity takes you. So continue to think big, and you can be anything you want to be, even the boss of you.
Friday came around, and Mom shouted,
Joey, time to wake up before you are late for school.
but she did not hear Joey get up. She shouted again,
Joey, time to wake up.
and still no sound. She walked down to look inside Joey's room, and he was not there. She walked downstairs, and Joey was waiting by the front door, dressed and ready to go. At school, it was presentation time. Joey stood in front of the class, holding his presentation titled, Boss of Me. Leaders are made. They're not born. They're made by hard effort, which is the price all of us must pay to achieve any goal that is worthwhile. Vince Lombardi.